eye XTV me mamu nyina chi ema makwa aba abo nonsia emra sonse nonsia bremu kasebo ye de ema ene ya wada ene kita onsabosom ne de toso edunan wa fempimie ne edunumienu no emo ensemo esisi ensemo akoso emu ene ya boabo ne nyina no a ye de ebro se anopa nonsia kase ewo XTV eso na ensem bia wo beti ene se mpanifo a womo ewo NPP amanyoko no emo womo de ato wonna womo pedi brewa amanyoko no mo essay se no saka eda baako a yekwakoto abayi mpanifo na obi anhwe se aprobo ne kampe ahodo a womo eye no womo feni nyina emfensi na ewo nsem foforo mo nso no Arise Ghana fo womo mo ye kire na nsen ye honsem ebe ye deja won kramponi mantemi womo essay de toso mienu no womo de ko eye Kumasi Asante Mantem Greater Kumasi eho onom kwa akoye de toso mienu no na no ebeba so August bo so me de toso eduonu mienu ni nyina ewo kasebo mu a ye de ebrewo na ensem mo nso na rehosem bi esi okopie mu ewo bibie ni anwa so bekwan aban krache ni owo ho nom no wakonye na kwanhye wo ya ehunsem ni nyina ya boabo ni nyina no a ye de ebro se anopa nonsia kase ewo XTV eso nsam ni de doso kakra bi ena mapo ne ho de amawo no kame ho fiti semre ya kopem seminity aduonunum ebebo apa nonsia ho ya wopete de wopa hwe no medede nyina ebro obapa me visa kosiate eni medin afegibre na mefa kasebui emu chiche mu ankasa emfama ye nyina ye nim ya bom amane dida se NPP osunu kokoko amanyoko no womo esiesi womo ho ekena fiade ekwa de kopem de kwese da so ani nyina eye bosuma yomu de atoso edunum ede kopem edunson womo ekọ omo national delegate kese pa na enum no womo kwakoto aba eyi dwemtrefo chọchọfo organizers and after position ahodo a ekika ho nenomo eno communication director edima amanyoko no eyopeni ya obuaben asamwa wodi aba betodwa ese wedi adesede eno wodi ma obi biara wo pedi bre ewa amanyoko no edu ne sa obia eye campaign obia ekomye yahodo ekwa probo ka kire etimemofo ne delegate say monto abama me na meye we wo chem se womo enhwe se saka eda baako ise enei na echina nkwa womo kwa akoto abe obi anhwe se ne de obi afa ni campaign biara wo bia no wonfa ne nyina ntimi emrewe ese de be a asundwe mapa betimi abato a womo kwa akoto no emu.
We are saying that 24 hours to the election, campaigning ought to cease. That's a new one we are trying. So the rule now that we've put out, the guideline, more or less, is that from the midday of the 15th, Friday the 15th, we don't expect any organized noise making, busing of supporters or bringing together of supporters, musical groups, noise, more or less continuous campaigning right till the period when we vote. We don't expect
no and was so twaso edema wo say enye se campaign nkwa na obeja ye ne mo no obi boss ahodo posters ahodo a wodi atototo ho edi ye campaign e kira amanfo se an mi na me pedi bre we nti monto abanfa me no sabi boss ni nyina wo mo hwe se on be yi ni nyina edi efri ho no.
The responsibility of the planning committee is to ensure that the venue is right, to ensure that the logistics, boarding and lodging is right, and to ensure that the electoral process is right, which means the electoral commissions coming to supervise, the polling stations are right, ballot papers are being printed, and people will come in on the day, be received well, have a place to sleep, rest, eat, relax, and come. And when you come, expected to find your place where you will sit or you'll be called to vote, and you go in there, you find your name in there, you vote comfortably for the people you want.
And ni krakremu wasanso editu womenim essay. So womo ahwe no womo anya ne sa se na impanifo eka no na na se mo ankasa ena beko etia mo enti womo hwe se eye amanyoko no hyehye ahodo wa amanyoko no ma a yetimi de to aba no womo hwe no mu di ni nyina so ntimi embo womo ankasa.
For the past few congresses, we've tried to bring a different approach to internal elections as compared to national elections. So we take a cue from the last 3 years, almost 4 years in Koforidua, where we had issues with billboarding and therefore decided that progressively we'll reduce the general public aspect of internal communication elections. For the past few congresses,
na enu echi ni kurakure mu wona womo pe di brebi e wa manyoku ni mu no womo so sentrefo ni womo kasa bi sa womo san hyehyɛ ahodo ampanifo e di ato apono so no womo ate na womo so mu san yana sei na womo so womo kan. Okay, inti na chese womo so edi tudwa se ampa womo so magye atom womo nimpa se nhyehyɛ yahodo ampanifo di ato apono so no eye ne yie die mo de betimi abo mo na ampanifo etimi di ato apono nti womo behwe se emra hodo mo ahyehyɛ no womo behwe no betimi di ni nyina so na bebibia so etimi akonka nti etna de se na etibia no conference no ebeba so na eba so Accra Sports Stadium ho na womo so mko akoto abakase womo conference eba bekose ni nyina mo de befi mo aba no yemfa nkame yahwefo yebema mo so wehu bi na yanto akase no so na yenkopie mu ewo Gan West mensin no emmo aye aban krachi ni owo honom ani dindi ononyam ni Clement Wilkinson wono so e di ato aye impanifo ahodo mo woni mpeso aso anapose ni mensin no ese wo mo nka ne ho wo mo bo aban no na impuntunyum ahodo a aban ni pese wo ye no wontimi bo ano no mutimi nya sampuntunyume no obo ne ho modin woni eye efiru no ni wona stakeholders ahodo impanifo wo mo wo eye mensin mo wono mo etena ase etoto adwen ebisebisa wo mo nyema ahodo wo se wo mo so wo mo ka ne ho ne ntimi bo ama mensin no enkonkan ne no mo na wo de ato mo nim se wo mo hwe se impuntunyum ahodo a aban ni dia babeto wo no wo mo bo a na impuntunyuma no ntimi nye ye na mbo mensin no na mensin no so ntimi enkonanim.
Today we are meeting them to discuss those issues as number one. Number two, then to discuss the development in the area. We have a very large area, about 480 kilometers in the area. Just about 10% has been about roads. Just about 10% has been tied, which I think we can do something on our own. So we have called the Residents Association, the chiefs, the assembly members, who come together and discuss how we are going to do that. If you get to the community, a lot of people do things that you'll be surprised, because they can buy strips of sand, make sure they want to fill up some potholes and other things. So why don't we come together so that we stretch our hands to the other people, and if everybody is supporting, then we can do what we call self-help projects in the communities. Government support is always there, which if we come to Amasaman, we have the main rules which government is working on it. So we want to work on the inner rules. Myself and assembly members have to go to the grounds, meet the community, talk to the community. So when we are done, about in the next 2 months, I'm sure we'll finish.
No, abankrachi ni awono ewo Gan West mensin nemo ononyam ni Clement Wilkinson ena wakasa na nuechi ahemfo ne mpanifo bi a womo ekọ hyemude yase no womo so ekase etoaso.
All together, it is a good idea. I think he's christened the program or the project as a self-help sort of project. Yeah. And if it is a self-help, then what it means is that members of the communities, that is the various communities, will have to, in a way, assist in developmental efforts or projects. An example of these projects are that is fixing of roads. An example of, maybe the need for a school in a particular community. An example is maybe, coming up with a market and that sort of thing. So it's a good idea. It's a good idea. And, we discussed at the meeting that since it's not a novelty, I wouldn't say it's a novelty, but then it's an idea which the people will have to embrace.
Keji ote moko ke iwe mo ba ka ba ke pure tax e pure grand rent te fi oten ko ni le nche e ko se help ke sa community e ta flat e ko yo shi an na enumwe ne ni moto e ba ta o hie be bo nche o hie o ne ke feeling ne ko ke sure no o keji honorable echebo ake ne wogan west na won feni wogan west gbejien ahin ne balakeshin o ekule every month ke 5 series payment ke 20 series payment ke 3 months payment ne ke je share po assemblée ba ko se ba to fi o ne ke femini e ke gbe ke ji o ke osmo na kan ta fla che e mi ake no kwa ni o ejinu ko ni wo maji ache me hu e oba ya wo community emi no ko bi a wi ni education e aya shishi ojogba bona fe ni ke ji afaneke na gba kokula ya ba
adishima ma ye to akase no so akoye nim na ya hwefo nyina beka ya be na otri mienu pepepe ni a eye ohwebokuo bi eye pressure group bi a wo mato mo hudin Arise Ghana womo edio ye kese bi pa ehye so ewo nkramponi mante mo ni nyina mo no womo dansem bi edi womo echrem se womo ntia sidenti a wo man no emu aye din fango no kwa na ekoso yesidi no atitia bafom e-levy aban no de abesuasua yenkon insam bebre ana womo eka ya womo na manu sinti womo si esane se eyo mo right nti womo eyo ye kire edi etia Ghana aban na enumo no ye nyina ye nim de si ye ede edi kan no etotutu ekoso ekowie kire no apostle bi epra sanso na womo mo ye kire bi so ebi epra de to so miene ne de bibi biara etimi kwasondwem a basabasa ye bia entimi ensi na inu adam na sa ekuo we wona mo da no esanso friends entrofo nhyiemo omo friends entrofo nhyiemo ansema omo atu nsentwefo enim ene sei womo sanso siesi wo mo ho ese busuma ye bewrem ye August busom ni deto so edunu mienu no omo kwakopie mu ewo Kumasi ya Asante Mantemu no mo de oye kire to so mienu no omo kwakohihye so ewo ho na se na omo ye no ewo ha no masundwe mapaban no sa pepe se wo mbehwe ometimi aye nipa oda won ano eyo pani Bernard Mona wono ene gina wo nyina anemu a wode nsem sei etu nsentwefo enim.
In keeping with our mandate and objective, Arise Ghana will be staging a second of its intended nationwide demonstrations on the 22nd of August 2022 in Kumasi, the Ashanti regional capital. This second demonstration, just like the maiden one in Accra, has been necessitated by the excruciating hardships confronting the average Ghanaian citizen, occasioned by the imposition of draconian taxes, high cost of petroleum products, skyrocketing inflation, the free fall of the national currency, the cedi, high level of unemployment amongst the youth. This demonstration would demand, among others, 1. A significant reduction in fuel prices through the stabilization of the Ghana cedi and repeal of crippling fuel taxes such as the sanitation levy, the special petroleum tax, the price stabilization and recovery levy, the new energy sector levy of 20% on a liter of diesel and petrol, among others. 2. The immediate repeal of the obnoxious e-levy on Momo transactions and other electronic transactions. 3. The immediate repeal of the nuisance COVID-19 levy of 1% of VAT flat rate and the National Health Insurance levy. 4. The total cancellation of the stinking Ajapa deal, in which few greedy elements of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government and their cronies are seeking to misappropriate the mineral resources of Ghana for themselves in perpetuity. 5. A full-scale bipartisan public inquiry into COVID-19 expenditures. 6. An end to the misplaced priorities and continuous rape of the public purse by the Akufo-Addo and Bawumia government. We believe that these demands, if heeded, will go a long way to ameliorate the plight of suffering Ghanaians and provide a respite for all of us. The 22nd August 2022 Arise demonstration in Kumasi, which are aimed in birthing a new paradigm of responsible and accountable leadership in our country. In keeping with
na enwechi wasanso editu just say womo ye no ewo nkran hanom no womo krofo ni bia womo epraye no womo ahye bose wombehwe na wometimi ahwe womo ayaresemu na womu nyina etimi atomo wasanso agitu mo say ekowie ekire no bullet ekon nipa baako nani me no kase Kolebu a doctor for say nani ba ko nya de betimi ahwe ade biom e yare hosem.
From information received so far, 93 peaceful protesters sustained varying forms of injuries, ranging from fractures to rubber bullets, wounds, among others. The leadership of Arise Ghana has since visited some of the victims and has borne the cost of their treatment. What is most painful is the case of Comrade Ni Ayi Mensah, one of the victims of the reckless police brutalities of the 28th June 2022, who was hit by a rubber bullet in his right eye and has been declared blind in that eye by doctors at the eye center of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Arise Ghana is saddened and outraged that an unarmed citizen who decided to exercise his inalienable and constitutionally guaranteed rights by joining a peaceful demonstration against hardships, economic mismanagement, and corruption will be subjected to such barbaric attacks, resulting in the permanent impairment of his sight. We empathize with our brother Ni Ayi and will continue to explore all available medical remedies, both locally and internationally, for his recovery. We shall also continue to visit other victims and support their treatment until they fully recover. From information received so far, 93 peaceful...
Intino Bernard Mona wono ene ye convener edima Arise Ghana for demonstration course no ene wetimi achirechire mu wona mu pra ye na fence no bosha wo mo ehye say wo mo mu pra wo behwe mo na obi nso a wedi dem ne so de na say akwakọ ya rehosem papa na arehosem bi nso esi aban krachi ne awono ewo bibie ni anwa so bekwan ono nso akwakonya na kwanhye wo ya na wotu kwan eban kran ha wonam kwan so a wosa eko na Kumase mountain so na wotimi akwakonya akwanhye akwakoya rehosem ko wiechire no watonanom ewonse de ne driver na wono nso etike no mu bi no wono nso atonanom ewonse ne echire mu am eye track bi articulator bi na wo chese wono we free ni lane mo edi wo mu de no ekohia ye ko wiechire na se atrap wo mo edi ahye kan no ma wo mo efemu etonanom ewonse do akwakoya rehosem papa na eskase ebeto asansem so ediamo
Arehosem kesiye ya ato omanfo a wowo baabia ni anwaso bekwai amasisi adade wonsunugu enyam a wotwa adadoi aposifo ehonom ede ensem ato abonten se July da etoso edumienu ebenada no ebra na abo anwumre no num apaho sima ena drobani ana woka ehyen 4x4 ne number eye G206018 na baabia ni anwaso bekwai propon no aban krachi Alfred Amoa enso ete ehyen mu bi na wofiri enkran ekọ baabia ni na bra woduru ekwan so ewo achem fisher no ena ohu se ehyen kese bi a eye articulated track ne number eye AS4229X efri Kumase kwan so eba na ehyen wo munim de ba ye pa ena edi America tentem ebebo 4x4 ni ma amunum honoma MCE ene ne drobani anu wote ehyen no won kwa omanfo a okohwe bi no koduru honom no na nipa mienu nse de ahyen no amoamoa nenti aka omo ahyeka nim ne senti dumja adwuma ekuo no ene ba honom ebetwitwa ehyen no eyi wo mu firi mu na bra wode omo funu no eto fom no obi biara ehu se nipa ya na wo hyeka nim no na wepra emu eden ama ba kumpodie ne timu atwitwa pa ne senti wode omo efunu no ayentem ekọ chebi aban aya sabia ai honom nso adokotafo e honom echire mu se enipa yampa waye nyamedea Arehosem kesiye ya ato omanfo a wowo baabia ni anwaso
no sa arehosem yi enesi ye na ohun ya Dr. Mamudu Bawumia wonom enne ye omapenia bedi echire wabone homode wakwakotro e wo ne Twitter page a wo ma mo share busuani nyina share di na wo chire ma papa yi we ni papa woni ni driver ni nyina we ni pa no mahwe ni pa kese pa chese wodi cranchesem edima na yiri ni na busuani na fence no ni mensin honum enyina na enu echi centrofo ekọ biemo ewo kromo ho wo mo eni kromafo ekọ kasa ibisa wo mo papa ni suban ni se na no wo mo etie wo mo chire ma we ni papa sei eno mo kan yen
kase radio fo nyina ayenum na yebo do se mienu miensa be gina na omusu enti minua papa no woni de high pa fi say wa fire say no ma ni nua no wo fa say abusia ni ni bibia anti papa no de yesese nyankopon emfa ni sie agya Abraham kukum da
Mojuye da juada banada di wieni aso be kwai abaye ntam kese because yenti ni mpenisem da ti se o di kan kasa yin emma ba wa ranti emrewa papa yobi a ono obi ati o emso ye MPP ni de ba oni MPP ni no ni MDC ni enti tuto na pena semti enra nyimra ni suni sha ase ba wo we no ofro we omo tu kan kra no omo frefre ti no kwani ena de edin mai se mansin edin ya shrade na yesre Nyankopon se one ne driver ni on form nsie yi na on share busua ni nyina de
no arahosem esi ye ewo bibie ni anwaso bekwa ya ban krachi ni owo honum no watona ewon se XTV yenso ye mabusua ni kromafo nyina emomu nyina yakọ na sese eho ene weso na yebegina na enanope ka se wodi ma onom ye de nyina ye di esi ye da wasese onya bre enya adaje na wohwe XTV ya no pa no nsen akase enanope me fast dan fama de ogina camera na chi emame DJYX fresh boy ba ko pe sanson okopie mu ewo MC ahonso a Dr. Bismarck Edu wono ene wo hono ma lonso etanachi na nepa kunchim se nyina gu krata so mame mambeki kan edima wo eye Zenab Ahasa me making kan edima won so eye oba pa Mavis akosu mesewara ene ya wada ebia we bie school we bie restaurant o ye doctor ni a we bie wankasa wo clinic upa amafo aba won chen ene waba be di dwa bia wo di bia no o pese amafo hu wechira kwan XTV ye wo ho edemo ya titi bibia so ne hia ne se wo be freyem wo freyan ye be ba won chen ne wo be twin komo ye be bo adwuma won de ro amam ma won so wetimi enya ho fa so freyan e wa 0204 700 404 0204 700 404 anopenso se wo pie na wo kọ baabi na wo pa obi esiesi wo ho ma ho aye kama na wo pie di obi enwe se sister yi anampo se bre yi ni ho ofe pa dia bomaden am na ko pie mu e wo chichi beauty parlor ho se pedicure manicure no pesa wo ye ti wo pesa weave on wo fixi anampo se wo pesa ye cap bi edema wa bomaden am ko pie mu e wo chichi ho chichi se frɛ no na bebi owo bi obeba na abesiesi wo ho e dia ma frɛ no e wo 0547 254078 0547 254078 Samsung Ayet Christian we siesi wo ho bi wasa wotimi shata de pa na wo pie dia na sa wo siesi wo na wentimi shata de pa eza wo siesi no kra entimi enkoyie nti bomade na kodru Ayet ho kodru Ayet ho na Ayet empamata de fefefe pa enfan show bebi a wo ko bia wo ho atade wo de pema Freno e was 0242 389 851 0242 389 851 me da wase e mamu ene hwe me sorry so magudie mo nsem dia wo peti dia wo pa hwe no me nua be ma Michael Fori ata Mr. Mwat wa ye krado papa wo de bro mo fide no enda here